Honest. Hey, listen. If you couldn't guess by the title, you need a little something for this video.
Exactly. Go into your kitchen, into your pantry, and grab a vegetable that often makes you cry.
It's an onion. We don't need puzzles for everything. Anyway, if you don't have one, go buy one. You need it. It's mandatory for this video.
Yes.
Close the video, go out to the store, come back, open it back up. Once. Actually, leave it running while you go out, and then come back, and then watch it. We'll start it over again. Welcome to Who's Cutting All These Onions? It's been a little serious this week, hasn't it?
Sure has. And to brighten the mood,
Bring it down, actually.
well, cutting onions with a friend, cooking with a friend can help.
Oh,
brighten the
whoa,
mood.
you're getting ahead of yourself. We are not cooking. We are here to make you so sad and cry with you, because nothing gets the views like tears. And
That's
hey,
true.
I can't cry on command, but onions, in sufficient quantity, it's like tear gas. Anyway, it's toasty in here, so.
So see, we can't get our new jackets all dirty.
Yeah.
Eh?
But we never mentioned, but they're inscribed.
They are.
All right, it's been emotional times for everybody. Everyone's getting it all out.
You know that Bare Naked Lady song? Oh! I'm so glad we learned how to fight.
Everyone's been crying up a storm, and hey, we're here to add to it. I love the turmoil. I like the emotions. We need to get them all out because crying is healthy.
It is.
And forced crying is even healthier.
Is it?
So Ethan went out to get some. Oh my God! Before we start, there's a formal Unisonus apology. In the video, every video reenactment, we did not do a very specific and important thing.
Yeah.
You know, this is where they can see your legs.
Dance.
How sad are you, man? We haven't even started.
Well, some dance.
The Dance of Italy will be officially banned when Unisonus ends, so if anyone does it, it will be criminal, punishable by death.
That's crazy.
The objective is to not get blood on our suits by the end of this video, you know what I mean?
Well, isn't the objective to cry?
That's secondary objective.
Now, there's many different ways that we cut these onions, you know? What are you going for at first?
I'm going for the cut.
A nice julienne, or whatever it is? You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know her.
You know what I'm talking about?
I'm fine.
Did you cut yourself?
No. I did not.
Should it just be this loud ass cutting for the whole thing?
Well, maybe if you weren't cutting so aggressively.
Hear that? That's no progress being made, but it sounds like there's something happening, which half of the time is really all that matters. If it sounds like you're doing something and doing it well, people go, ooh, wow, he's got a suit on.
You're right, you know, there's been something different about the energy of these suits. Besides the lore, the deep, important lore. Look at the codes shimmering in my eyes.
Wow.
Hope you got that one.
Wow.
It's a secret to everything. But what if it was actually the secret to everything, and if they missed it, you know? That'd be the perfect throwing them off the trail. Or maybe not.
How much time do we have left?
Time? What the fuck do you mean?
In general.
Oh, like 7 days and some change?
It's crazy. You know, I remember the very first night of Unisonus. The first night when we released everything, I mean. I remember because we did our good old hype building strategy.
Did we? What did we do?
I blacked out my social media, you whited out yours.
Oh, that's right.
And then we, in our bios, just put 12:01 a.m. Because our first
That's
video, I
right,
think, was posted at midnight. And then the video went out, and people, that I think is one of my favorite things about Unisonus.
It went right to #1 on trending.
Right to #1 on trending.
Immediately to
That was
number one.
cool. And not only that, but other than going 12:01 p.m. that day, nobody knew that this was happening.
No one.
Nobody.
Including your manager.
No, Ben didn't know either. He was very surprised. You getting the fumes started?
I'm getting a little bit of fumage.
Oh man, just these memories are really just
Kicking in.
When I think of the beginning of it, I think of that walk. You remember that walk?
I remember that walk.
That walk was a good walk.
That was.
It was still in the planning phases at that point. I don't know if we'd filmed anything yet.
I don't think we
I
had.
don't think we did. It was just a walk to really like kind of talk about what we wanted out of the year, you know, what we wanted to get out of it. Oh, you got so loud.
I'm sorry.
No, we were just walking around. We must have walked like 3-4 miles.
We walked very far.
We walked for a long time, like a good hour and a half to 2 hour walk. We were just cruising the streets.
I think that might have been like the first jumble of ideas that we had.
Yeah, and like and you know, wild, crazy ambitions for what it could be. You know, we were like talking about, man, what if we hit like 100K? You know, in the first moment or whatever.
Yeah, I think our expectations were like 100K in the first month, and then we hit 1 million in 5 days.
Yeah.
We were thinking like 50K views a video or something.
Yeah, we were prepared for that. We were prepared for it, you know, to be like just this kind of thing that was slow burning and like gained momentum throughout the way, because I hadn't really started a second channel seriously, so I didn't know what to expect. It definitely helps, just like it was so like iconic, it was so mysterious, and then sex toys came out and hit him right in the confusion button. I was real confused.
That really set the stage for what the channel was going to be. You know? It really did. You okay, man?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
This is something that we need to talk about more to specifically our children, is that it's okay for men to show emotions.
Our children?
Our children, speaking generally. Our children.
What? Where?
The children. We need to, you know, don't wipe away your tears. Show your tears. It's
Cry,
okay
little bitch.
it's okay
Cry.
to be it's okay to be emotional.
Oh my God.
Do you think we'll hit 5 million before the channel ends?
That's not up to us, is it?
I wonder what the channel would be if we had framed it as, hey, we're just going to start making videos and blah, 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 you know?
I think then it would have been the 50K kind of route. People would have looked over, glanced at it maybe like a little bit, but it was just like such an impactful message. And that was like what I was talking about at the very beginning. Is just like no one's ever done that. No one's ever just like made a channel and deleted, and that's it. And it's like, and taking it seriously. I mean, people have made channels and deleted it all the time, but no one's like committed that hard to making 365 videos and then just saying goodbye to them. And,
Maybe there's a reason no one else has done it.
No one's crazy enough to do it.
Kinda. Committing a year to work. You know how hard I just worked to finish off the video we released about the recreating of your video. We have all been losing sleep. And you know, it was just like a 5 hour, just the most grueling editing I've ever had to do. So fucking boring, and my hands were cramping up, and well, it was, because all I was doing was adding in the interstitial bits and cutting the music to time. But it's I don't care if that video is getting deleted in 8 days.
Yeah.
That's
what it was last night, of going through the like 2+ hours of footage, just like, okay, I'm gonna get Amy saying what the video is, and then figure out what bit is in there. Okay, and on to the next one. And it was just, okay.
It's time. And really, like, that's the lesson. You spend your time. And when you make a commitment like this, we gave up a year. We gave up a year ago. We knew this year was going to be hell. We had this conversation. You know, we had maybe some realizations of what it was going to be about, but you know, the reality of it is always harder. But we gave up that year. And we don't have that many years. We don't even know. We joked, like, what would happen if one of us died in the middle of this year? What are we going to do? Finish it?
Yes,
And we agreed. Yes, that was the plan.
Jesus Christ, I'm so fucking glad that didn't happen.
Hey, 7 days.
It would suck if one of us died like halfway through the channel, and then we gotta keep making videos, just like, well, guess my pal isn't here.
Oh, my sinuses. Oh.
I'm fine.
How are you fine? Get the fan. Get the fan going. Where's the fan?
I'm surprised that neither of us really got horribly maimed this year.
Just you wait.
Okay.
You keep saying, oh man, this hasn't happened. There's still time.
There's still time.
Hey, that's just a good point. There's always still time for things to go wrong. What if you take like the oil and you rub it around your eyes? You know what I mean? Your hair and stuff?
I know what you mean.
You don't have to.
Well, you just said it, so I do actually. Oh, God.
It's better. That better.
Maybe don't do that.
God, the channel is gonna be gone. It's gonna be gone forever.
Now, are you sadder about losing the videos, or are you sadder about like losing the future
money?
potential? No. The potential like to make more videos, which is sadder.
Well, I mean, the videos could be made. Yeah.
What do you mean the potential to make more
Well,
videos?
no, just
I mean,
like
we
the
are.
last week.
We do hate each other.
Yeah.
No, but like the last week, I've had like ideas for normal kind of Unisonish videos, and I'm like, oh, but we're out.
Yeah, that's sad. That is sad.
Well, but we'll save them for the future.
No, there's no future.
You okay? Are you feeling it? I wish that I could remember just what day and time that live stream was.
Yeah, if only we could remember.
If only we could remember. If only people would tweet at their friends and family.
If only.
If only.
If only.
If only.
But they won't.
They won't.
And you know, that's fine. We get it. People
That's
are
fine.
busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. Just our last opportunity to say goodbye. You know?
Oh my God.
And we invite them and we say, hey, please, just come and say goodbye. Have one last memory with us. And they say, well, I have a
Soccer practice.
soccer practice.
What's the saddest moment you've ever experienced?
Do you want me to genuinely answer that?
sure.
Probably when my grandmother died.
Gotcha.
True.
Yeah. Probably the saddest moment of my life. Or at least it's definitely up there. It was after my dad died. Oh, fuck. Originally, I wasn't sad. It was like when it happened, and like, you know, like the ambulance was there and everything, and it was just like there was nothing to be done. But like, I wasn't sad until they'd obviously taken him away, and like everyone else was to bed, and I just sat down on the couch, and I looked over at the table, and his glasses were sitting there. And I was just like, in my head, I was like, oh, he needs those. And then it hit me that he didn't. And I just fucking, like this wall of emotion came gushing out.
It is
And-
weird how it gets delayed like that.
After that, it was more of a numbness because, like, with cancer, you see it coming a mile down the road. You see it coming a year ahead.
Yeah.
Multiple years. Like, it's rough, but
Yeah. I was like when my grandmother died, we knew that she was going to die, and I knew that she was probably going to die that day. And so the night before, so this was when we were making the tour documentary, and I was going and I was filming the parts that Rachel was in, and so I told my mom, I was like, hey, if Granny dies tomorrow, don't tell me until like the afternoon, because I just like don't want to go over there and film this thing with that on my mind. And she was like, okay. And then I got a text while I was loading up my car to go to Rachel's. I got a text from my uncle, like giving his condolences.
oh
and
no,
so,
that bastard.
yeah. And so I just like didn't really process anything at all. I went to film the thing. Everything was completely normal. Right after that, I was gonna go and hang out with Mika, and she opened the door, and I just collapsed instantly.
That's so fucking sad,
It was
man.
such a really sad.
Like, how you handle it can come out in so many weird ways. With my dad, it was like a lingering thing where it festered for a year. Because I was like, the whole time I was like, oh man, you know, I'm over it, I'm good. But I was not good for a long time.
You were 18, right?
Yeah, 18. I was going into my second year of college, so I was 19 actually. It's a juicy one. Juicy. Look at the fucking.
Put it in his eyes.
Put it in
Put it
my
in your
eyes.
eyes.
Put it in my eyes. Put it in my eyes. And then a year after my dad died, I was better. I'm getting pepper sprayed all over again. After that, you know, I actually, in a healthy way, came to terms with it. Oh my God, this is a terrible idea.
Oh, it burns your skin.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, did I not tell you that? Yeah. feel the never born coursing through your eyes.
I miss my grandmother.
I miss my dad, but honestly, not as much as like probably people on the internet think I do. But yeah, it's just like death is it's a brutal concept, but it's also just like it is part of life.
It is part
It's not opposite of life. That's what a lot of people think that, like, in my mind, there's philosophy about it, but for me, it's like death is not different from life. Death is the bookends of life.
That's what I think, is that once I die, it's just going to be like before I was born. Just nothing.
And maybe
Existing.
life starts over again. Maybe it's a different universe. Maybe it's an afterlife. Who knows? It doesn't affect the fact that I'm still gonna live the best life I can right here, right now. Can you imagine the subs we'd get
True.
if one of us died? Actually, that's the thing. What if one of us died? What would be the response?
I don't know. I think
cares?
that it would be very mixed, because I think that there would be some people that would be like, oh, they're like following the thing like they said, like they're making stuff even after the other one is gone. But I think other people would be not happy about it.
Oh, I'm more of just like the factor of like how people would react if I died. I hope people don't make a big deal out of it.
I think about that a lot.
I hope I die in a hilarious way. I hope
what?
that my death can be told as a joke. Like, it's so funny how I died. Like, that people can get one last joy, one last laugh. You know what I mean?
Oof. What would be your ideal way to die? See, I'm not afraid of being dead. I am afraid, however, of dying.
Yeah.
Because I just don't want it to be painful. If it's quick and dirty, whatever. I just don't want it to be long and drawn out and painful.
Let me tell you about another path you could take. one that.
What? Continue, keep going.
One that prepares you to never fear pain again.
What are you doing? What is this bit?
If you challenge your body just to see what it can handle every day, when that final guillotine comes down, it won't even hurt.
I don't know if that's true. I really don't know if that's true. Also, a guillotine? Is it fucking 1202?
It's fool. The last guillotine execution was in the 1900s.
I would not want to drown. That sounds terrifying. Obviously, not want to be burned alive.
Look, it's like, yeah, death it's gonna suck. It's gonna hurt. But you know, we talked about this a while ago. Like in the animal kingdom, 99% chance you're getting eaten alive.
Yeah, that
That's
sucks.
You're lucky if they break your neck on the way down.
I think that's something that I would be so afraid of. Getting attacked by a bear, getting eaten by a bear. That sounds horrific.
Whoa, who's cutting onions in here?
Oh man, who is cutting onions?
Oh my God, who's cutting onions in here? Holy shit.
Who's cutting onions in here?
Got any more sadness?
My dog died when I was a kid. Two of them. One of them a year ago in July.
Oh, man,
I'm
someone
going
cutting
to
onions
be devastated when Spencer passes away. And I really hope he lives a long and happy life.
I almost cried today. Mark can attest to this because I was petting Henry and I thought under his eyes were getting kind of white.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't actually know how old he is.
Oh my God.
And I had a bit of a. I'm sorry. Who's got onions in here?
Who's got onions in here? Because that made me think of the dream I had, and I dreamed that like Amy was old. No, that's not the sad part. No, it's like it was old. Wait, hey, there's a important preface to it. And she's like, I found a picture, and I like show Amy, and it's Henry, and she looks at it, and she goes, "Oh, Henry," and I'm
Like in an old lady voice.
in an old lady voice, and I was just like, "Oh,
That's horribly sad.
I know."
I had a dream the other night and I literally woke up with tears in my eyes because in my dream I gave Spencer away. And I don't know why. And the whole time in my dream, I gave him away, and then after in the dream, I was like, no, why did I do that? Why did I do that? But I couldn't take it back.
Was it like a for his own good thing? Like your brain justified it?
I don't know. I don't really remember, but I just remember giving away Spencer and then right after, instantly regretting it. And then I woke up, and like when I woke up, I thought that it actually happened. And then I saw him, and I was like, "Hey, bye-bye."
You know, one of the biggest motivators for me to walk the dogs in the morning is I think about when they're later in life, and I'm gonna be like, did I give them enough walks? And I'm like, fuck, here we go.
Or you never know when it's gonna be their last walk.
Who's got onions in here?
Who's cutting onions?
If you're saying goodbye to a pet, stay in the room with them, because you don't want to leave them, and then the last thing they think is, where is my owner? No, stay in there with them. I know it sucks, it hurts, it's terrible, but you gotta be there with them, because the last thing they're gonna think and see is you smiling at them, and it was cutting fucking onions in here.
And also, if you can, because this is what we did with my 2 dogs growing up that we had to put down, is that, and a lot of places will do this, if you request them to come and do it at your house, they will do it. Because a lot of dogs really don't like the vet, and I think to make them as comfortable as possible, it is wonderful if you can do that at your own home.
Yeah.
Can we pivot away from dead dogs?
Yes, please. Who
Sadder than my dead dad.
Who is cutting onions? Who is it? All right.
I'm gonna kill him.
God.
Wait a minute. You're cutting onions.
Wait, but you are cutting onions.
But you are cutting onions.
This whole time.
All this time.
It was you that was cutting onions.
It was thee that was slicing onions.
And you were watching as this all unfolded. And you just sat there while the whole time we were going back and forth, who's cutting onions?
Turns out,
it was you. And it was you. And it was you. But most importantly, it was you cutting onions.
so stop